justice can strike like the hand of God.
I did not readily take to kill it.
You're ashamed of what we are.
Hello. My name is Gabriel. Today, I will continue the tale of Louis De Lak and Louis Lestat Lion court. Abominations of the devil himself. Who live off the blood of the living. This is phantom of my former self. The second time Malloy sits down in Dubai with Louis De Lak.
As new vampire, he had a hard time adapting to his surroundings. Louis, in love with the status quo that he has now as the head man in charge, he now owned fair play, and he also paid Louis back for his investment. The reality sets in. Louis cannot go home. He attempts to go home, and he cannot be stopped, so leaves only to be burned by the sun, as he is not of the living anymore. Louis does not return home for quite a while. He senses that Grace is going to have twins. As Louis indulges in his true nature with Lestat, he feels free, but also has so many questions he learned with his new vampire mentor to read people's thoughts. He explores how to hear the thoughts of the living on a current. He is a quick learner, of course. There is so much more he does not know. You cannot be with your family. You will never see the sunrise without going back to your coffin. You are that of the devil. You are an abomination. You hunt the weak and take their lives. This is a lot to deal with, even for Louis, a cruel man who just wanted to be treated like any other man. Of course, this is not the time for that. Things have not changed yet.
As a new creation, he does not have the abilities of Lestat. He has to learn from him. One thing he wants is to keep in contact with his mother and family. It has been half of season since he has been home. There is a party going, and Lestat was not on the guest list. His mother blocks his entrance, and he goes to hear the banjo band in the front yard as an alternative. Louis and Grace talk, and he gives her a wad of money. She refuses, of course. She then takes off his glasses and sees his eyes, and said they look like church windows. He leaves and meets with a city councilman about his new place of business. They have to make sure it is up to code. He tells Louis that he does have a mind in there, as if he is black and dumb. He takes offense to it. He brushes it off. Then he said one more thing that pisses Louis off, and he kills the man in cold blood. After he opens up the new club Aisley Hall, Louis lives like a pharaoh. He is wealthy and popular, so he neglects his family, and Grace is not happy about him not meeting her twins. Now she has an infant son. She leaves with Louis. He has an urge to eat the baby, and he leaves the child alone on the floor, and doesn't say goodbye. Grace and his family are a liability. Of course, Louis does not realize that at the time he is a Creole black man in a white man's world who has been making money and has built a monopoly on the cunny business. He doesn't see his family again for a while. He left the infant on the floor and left. He was about to rip the child apart. Ashamed of his actions, he confides in Lestat, and this is where his mentor, his creator and partner, reminds him he has been skipping meals, showing he noticed his starvation of the blood of the living. Lestat and Louis go about their business from Ataskhra as Tormeti to Ataskhra as Chudmeti. Louis makes a lot of money. Finally, he has everything he has ever dreamed of. And he lives townhouse in the center of the city with a man who wants him happy, successfully and prosperous, dressed in the finest clothes, and also having the respect of his white counterparts.
On the
Louis
next
De Lak
interview with
is
the
on top of the
vampire,
world.
credit AMC interview with the vampire affair is thrown on.
My Claudia, my redemption.
We're a family?
No! Don't!
For a killing machine, I kinda like her.